One for the money, yes sir, two for the show, three for the phone, Polonius, smoke my saxophones in the throat. I go for broke, do not go broke. So choke on all these quotes, ho. Smoke whatever you smoke, use a joke, a Facebook post. Slow to get it, so I get bad like Wild and Briar. Fuel to the fire, the funk squad stay down like flat tires. Looking at Maya as we inspire, yo get badness. Rap music's in a state of sadness, so relish and be glad it's the comeback for the first time since the first rhyme. I've been the most to get bad, Jack Carter. I'm opponent for the host like Adnan Vert. Get bad or get hurt. I killed it like a plaid man skirt. Turn up.
Too bad, you mad, so sad, and I'm glad, man, cause we some bad motherfuckers, man.
Greetings and welcome to another edition of Seamless Style, powered by Politics and Polaroids. I'm your host, Mr. Parker. All right, gentlemen, greetings and salutations. We are currently, as you're watching this right now, on Christmas Eve. All right, Christmas Eve, one of the greatest days of the year. And I say that with definitely having those who the holiday season is the worst time of the year for them. I say that with them in my thoughts and my prayers, obviously, because a lot of people experience things that makes the holidays just completely unbearable. And I pray for your mental health, and hope that you're able to get through this this time of year. But that said, for those of us who enjoy holidays and the holiday season, Christmas Eve might be the best day of the year, because if you think about it as a kid, or maybe as an adult, just depending on how spoiled you might be. But as a kid, once Christmas Day, once you've opened the presents and seen grandma and grandpa and favorite aunts and your cousins, and you talked about what you got and played with some toys, after about 5-6 o'clock Christmas afternoon, it's kind of like, all right, bro. All right. Day's over with. As an adult with kids, and or if you grandkids or whatever the case may be, even if you don't have any children, a significant other, your parents, as an adult, the same thing can be said for Christmas Day. It's kind of like once you hit midday, it's kind of like, but Christmas Eve, man, you get the thrill and adrenaline rush of last minute shopping. You get food preparations going on. So like if you went out of town or out of state or across the street to your mom's house or your grandma's house, they start cooking early. At least black mothers and black grandmothers, they start cooking early, which is Christmas Eve, sometimes even the day before Christmas Eve. So you start getting them aromas that you've been craving since Thanksgiving, and then before that you was craving it since family reunion or Easter or whatever the other big family function was where you got that down home cooking, right? If you're an adult, if you're a parent and you got kids, you start to see the excitement in their face. They asking annoying questions, but they just so happy and giddy, and you just, as a parent, you like seeing your kids happy, right? Just a whole bunch that goes with Christmas Eve. So at this airing, this will be Christmas Eve. Now, this particular episode, it's more focused on me than it is y'all, but you get to see various ways to style certain pieces. And at the end of the day, that's what we're here for, styling, right? This particular episode is about my Christmas weekend. All right. So you got Saturday, Sunday, and then Christmas is Monday. All right. So, and I have a busy had a busy Christmas weekend. All right. Holiday weekend. The 23rd, which was yesterday, a Saturday. That is my family's brunch. All right. Typically we do brunch on Christmas Day and dinner. We used to do brunch on Christmas Day. Well, it's supposed to be breakfast, but if you know anything about my family, we don't start a lot of things on time as a family unit. Now, me personally, I don't like being late. It's one of my pet peeves. But as a overall unit, we rarely, if ever, start anything on time. So if they say 3 o'clock, expect it to be 4. Initially, it was Christmas Day breakfast and then Christmas dinner. Now, what happened was Christmas breakfast, 8, 9, even 10 a.m. became bigger and bigger. So it was my grandparents' house, which would be me, my mom, a couple of cousins, my grandparents. Then it turned into this whole other thing. And then me and my cousins started making babies and having a family. So it got bigger. As it got bigger, people were coming from a little bit farther for this amazing breakfast spread. And so instead of 9 o'clock, it was now 10. Then 10 went to 11, and 11 went to 12, 12 went to 1. So 12, 1 o'clock is typically when that brunch is ready. Now, on the flip side, dinner was 3 o'clock, maybe 4, right? Then dinner ended up being 5 because people still full from breakfast that turned into brunch. And that was at a different location as well. That would typically be at my aunt's house, the oldest sibling, my mother's oldest sibling. So now at this point, it looks like last year we didn't do dinner, and this year we're not going to do dinner. Now, my mother cooked dinner for her son and her grandkids and great grandkids, but and she'll probably do that again this year. But as far as the Christmas gathering, we're just going to do brunch. So that was yesterday. All right. This is the ensemble I wore for the family brunch. All right. Now, you also in this episode, you'll see 2 other ensembles. One is for today. As we speak, I'm wearing that particular ensemble. I'm out and about doing last minute Christmas shopping. And then the last ensemble you'll see is for this evening. One of my closest Brodies, one of my homeboys, one of my closest partners. Let's just say he works for a major, right? He works for one of the biggest conglomerates, right? And he was invited to a gathering, a holiday gathering at Charlotte Country Club. Now, just to keep it in perspective, Charlotte Country Club is one of them spots, $80,000, $90,000 buy-in, etc. All right, all the bells and whistles that go with a real country club. So he was invited, and he was able to bring a +1. So he asked me if I wanted to come. I said absolutely. So we'll be doing that this evening, and then there's also a chance of possibly walking the front 9, maybe, just depending on the weather. But for the most part, it's going to be drinks, it's going to be cigars, it's going to be networking and politicking. In my case, polo ticking. So I have an ensemble for that. So that's what you're going to see today. You're going to see the ensembles that I wore for this weekend's activities. All right. 2 rigs plus the ensemble I'm wearing makes 3. And as I stated before, this ensemble is what I wore yesterday, December 23rd, for my family's Christmas gathering. And yes, broke these out again because they them. I had to. Plus, it just really went well with this ensemble and the ensemble's featured piece. So I broke out the needlepoint polo bar Paxton slippers. I put on a pair of college gray based Argyle socks with college green and aviator navy diamonds. ruby red stitching. Two-piece suit ensemble here. Wool flannel, herringbone pattern, slim fit pants, super thick, great old school cuff. The waistcoat, again, herringbone, super thick wool flannel waistcoat. All right. Elgin pocket watch to add to the style here. I have on a Ralph Lauren dress shirt. All right. Club collar, spread collar, dress shirt, tartan pattern. All right. Tartan pattern, Royal Stewart dress tartan pattern, French cuff. Now, the reason you can't see the French cuff and the monogrammed cuff links is because of this beauty right here. This is the piece de resistance of this ensemble. This is the reason that these slippers are getting worn again, because of this piece right here. All right. Polo country shawl cardigan, 3/4 length, belted, Southwestern pattern, nice holiday colors. All right. My mother is old school, so she loves the green and the ruby red together. And my mom's the coolest mom in the world. So obviously it was my intention to please her yesterday. So I made sure I came through with the old school original Christmas colors, man. And this just works perfectly because obviously this is a great piece, and I got it for a great price on eBay. But again, like I said, Christmas hues here, holiday hues, ruby red, college green, aviator navy, some cream here, man, a little bit of gray. Love this piece, beautiful piece. And like I said, it's belted. So, and I'm rocking, instead of a bow tie or necktie, I went with an ascot. I went with the polo horsehead ascot, silk ascot, just to do something different, as opposed to a bow tie or necktie. I just wanted to do something a little more relaxing. I am dressed up. I'm not overdressed, obviously, because I'm him, and my family already knows what the score is. But I wanted something a little bit more relaxing as far as neckwear, so I went with an ascot. All right. But that is the ensemble that I'm wearing now. Fragrance of the ensemble is fragrance of the episode. All right. Purple Label, and I went with purple Label simply because, as far as fragrances go, it's a great fragrance. As far as casual conversation around family, it's a great fragrance as far as how long it lasts. So being out and about today, when I was right now, actually, as we speak, Christmas shopping, wearing this, and then tonight, this evening, for the gathering at the Charlotte Country Club, this is perfect. It's subtle yet manly. Depending on how close the quarters are, it can also be a conversation starter, because people will ask. People do ask about this fragrance when they smell it. They definitely ask about Purple Label when they smell it. So this was the perfect fragrance for the ensemble and the episode. All right. Now, without any further ado, y'all ready? Me too. Man, let's go. All right. So for this first look is actually, as we speak, what I'm actually wearing right now. All right. Because as of right now, I'm not really here. I am shopping. I'm doing some last minute shopping. I got something I want to get for my mom. And I'm looking for something specifically for both my daughters, but specifically my oldest daughter. She is an amazing cook. I would like to refer to her as a chef, but she has not went to school yet for it. But there's something in particular that she wants, and I'm trying to put a little extra Mr. Parker spin on what it is she wants. So I'm out and about right now looking for that. And then my youngest daughter, Zoe, I know what she likes, and hers is an easy find, just finding her size in the particular shoe, the particular footwear that she loves so much. That's more so the difficult part. My youngest baby is an Amazon. She's an Amazon. Beautiful girl, beautiful. She has her mother's hourglass figure, but she does not have her mother's height. Her mother is 5'1", 5'2". I'm 6'4". She has her dad's height. So Zoe is damn near about right here. She's about 5'10", 5'11", 6 feet. And she has, like I said, her mother's figure. So footwear is not the easiest thing to take care of when it comes to her. That said, this ensemble is what I have on right now. This is what I'm wearing to do my shopping, right? So we have an iconic piece here, and we have all the bells and whistles to just bring everything together for this look, so we can shut pretty much the outside world down with this particular look. And believe it or not, yes, this is the iconic piece, the Carlton Banks iconic piece, the holiday sweater from 1992, I think it was. But it's the other pieces. It's the other pieces that make this ensemble one of these. And I'm gonna not delay this any longer. You really need to see everything that I'm talking about so you can know. All right. So let's start at the bottom. The footwear. Go now. Go. Yes, you see it. These are brand new on Ralph Lauren's website. All right. It is the Polo Country duck boot. So whether they listened to Seamless Style and heard me complaining about the previous, not last year's duck boot, not the green ones, but the ones from about 5 or 6 years ago, whether they heard me or not, I don't know. And I'm not conceited enough to care. I'm just glad they made the necessary changes, because my main complaint with the duck boots that I have from a few years back was that the vamp was just way too wide. It was too wide of a boot, and in my size 13, it looked really clunky. Well, they fixed that. We have an LL Bean inspired duck boot width when it comes to the rubberized vamp, sole, heel, and sides. All right. And then we put a 12.5-inch shaft on this damn duck boot, and boy, oh boy, does it just set it apart from everything and everybody else. All right. I'm no expert, but this Vibram sole, I think they extended it out to the edge of the heel, as opposed to where a duck boot's sole is a little more indented, because you had so much shaft on this boot. That's my thinking. Whether or not that's correct or not, don't really matter to me, because at the end of the day, these mugs are functional and they are pretty as hell, man. I love the logo on the outside. I love the traditional rope string to these boots, and I love the fact that that's the main reason I copped them, because it had a 12.5-inch shaft. I was willing to cop them and couldn't tell for sure whether or not the vamp was wide like the last pair or not. It was at 12.5-inch shaft is what sold me. Scroll up, a pair of slim fit college gray corduroy, small whale. All right. I did a simple white button-up shirt. All right. Nothing special, just a simple white Oxford. I threw on the Rob Roy, aka Buffalo Plaid, Buffalo Checked, double RL sports coat. All right. Wool flannel heavyweight sports coat. All right. Nothing more needs to be said about this great piece. You've seen it before. It is single vented. It has a throat latch. It has wide lapels. Man, it's just It screams rustic chic. It screams polo country. It screams double RL. Now, the reason I broke this out is because of this piece de resistance, this iconic Carlton Banks 1992 holiday sweater. All right. This particular sweater has Rob Roy Buffalo checked at towards the bottom of the sweater. So that's why it pairs so well with this sports coat over top of it. But yeah, the 1992 RL 1992 with the old school Ford pickup truck or Chevy pickup truck in red, carrying the Christmas tree back to grandma's house. So a little bit of Nordic pattern on here. Man, this is just a great iconic piece, man. Buffalo checked bow tie to just complement and finish off the top half of our look. So again, as you see from the full view of the ensemble that I'm currently wearing right now as I'm shopping, I'm pretty sure that some looks, some compliments, some dudes under their breath, man, I could never wear nothing like that. Whatever. All of it is whatever to me, because one, I'm focused, I'm on a mission, right? And two, I already know this is a great outfit. Otherwise, I wouldn't be out here wearing it. Simple as that. My homeboy Steph hit me up a couple weeks ago. He hit me up, he said, "Hey Parker, look, check this out. I got a +1 for an event." And he was like, I called my pops. He just had too much to do. He wasn't gonna be able to go. I called Monte. I called Derek. I called JoJo. I even called Frank. Nobody was really available. They was all either gonna be out of town or whatever the case may be. So I was just gonna go by myself. But then I remembered, oh yeah, Parker. So I'm calling you to see if you want to go. That ain't how it went, but in my brain, that's how it went. Just because, I'm petty. I figure everybody is petty. But no, my partner called me, man. He got a +1 to an event. It'll actually be later on tonight as we're watching this. But he got a +1 to an event at the Charlotte Country Club. Now, Charlotte Country Club is pretty prestigious, but he works for one of the majors. Like any of the big boys that you could think of out there, there's only like 5 or 6 of them. Any of the big boys you could think of. I'm not gonna say which one he works for because he might not want that out there, but he works for one of them. All right. So one of the wigs, one of the execs, invited Steph to this event and said, yeah, bring a +1, whether it be a significant other, if you want to bring one of your comrades. So, he called me up, man. I was honored. I was absolutely honored. So he told me what the event was. It's a holiday party, but it's more of a gathering. So, and it's like I said, it's at the Charlotte Country Club. So there may be some golfing, couple of holes, whatever, but there would definitely be bourbons, whiskeys, wines, and cigars. That's all I needed to hear. Matter of fact, I was honored. So, what am I wearing to this event? Because it's the evening of Christmas Eve, which is later on tonight, and because this is a corporate environment from a standpoint of the people who will be in attendance, my brain went in one direction. Casual. All right. Now, casual for me ain't the same casual for Ray Ray. Casual for Ray Ray will be a warm-up suit or jeans and a t-shirt. Casual for me is something smart, something with holiday style and flair without an overabundance of holiday style and flair, right? And the proper footwear just in case. All right. So this is what I came up with. So we can start at the bottom. Saddle shoes. All right. Now the saddle shoe is very similar to what a golfing shoe would look like. Maybe not the same hues, but it's very similar to what a traditional golf shoe would look like, minus the spikes. All right. So, if there is some casual shooting of the front nine or something like that, I can do that with these on. All right. Socks. You see the socks. I went with a simple yet kind of standoutish, kind of not pair of socks. Kind of not because of the trousers, but kind of so because of how they offset the trousers. The navy socks with college green stripes. All right. Now the pants, flannel dress pants. These actually suit trousers. They're part of a suit. In a Royal Stewart tartan pattern. All right. So holiday inspirations, tartan, golf. You see where we're going here. All right. Scroll up. I put on a Tattersall spread collared dress shirt by Polo Blue Label. All right. With a slew of subtle stripes and colors for the Tattersall pattern. Green, Columbia blue, ruby red, navy, all over a white base. All right. I threw on a golf tie. All right. Polo golf with the crest, the tartan pattern in the crest, and the cross mallets. All right. Cross golf clubs, as well as cross golf clubs and a golf ball, as well as a golf player swinging. All right. Now, I threw over top of this a beautiful piece that I picked up from Lotique during his Black Friday. I paid $30, including shipping. So $30 shipped for this beautiful piece, man. This beautiful piece. I told y'all about my boy Lotique. He is that guy. But yeah, man. Cable knit polo sweater. All right. Polo style collar, polo shirt style collar, nice thick placard, cable knit, medium weight, ribbed at the waist, ribbed at the sleeves, Polo Golf logo on the left chest. All right. The polo crest, tartan pattern in the crest, cross mallets, crossed golf clubs. Damn it. And polish everything off with a polo golf hat. Now, the only thing this hat is different from the tie and the sweater is it does not have the cross golf clubs, but it has that same polo crest with the tartan. So great look. Finish this look off with a polo coat in the cashmere or a overcoat in the camel hair. You have that on because it's cold outside, I'm sure, but you take that off once you get inside and then got a couple of rounds of bourbon in you. You take that off, hang it up, whatever the case may be. And you just network, polo tick, get to know some of the people that are not maybe from your community, so you can make strides, so you can start moving forward with career, etc. That first impression is everything. It's everything. It could be the difference between this and this. It's just that simple. The first impression means everything. So this look is a comparable look for where we are. I look comfortable in this look, but it also can spark conversation. It also will spark conversation with the right people, because some people will come there. I guarantee you, somebody will come up to me and ask me about my golf game for two reasons. One, they'll either legitimately want to know, or two, they'll think that I'm wearing this and can't play a lick of golf, and that I just wore it. I just wore it to appropriate where I was or where I am at the time, right? Which is valid. It's valid because people do that. But I'm not people. I'm him. And we can go out there right now and I can show you better than I can tell you that my golf game ain't bad. Now, am I a minus 64? Am I a minus 67? Sure I'm not. But I also I'm not a double bogey on every hole either. All right. I'm going to par a few holes and I might birdie a few holes. Don't play with me like that. Play with something safe. Because when it comes to this, I'm not too bad. But like I said, the ensemble itself will spark a conversation. And that conversation could lead into my love for Ralph Lauren, which could lead into other conversations. So I'm all for it. And that's another episode in the books. So for this episode, I just kind of went through the ensembles that I wore, am currently wearing, or will be wearing for this holiday weekend. Now, obviously I left out Monday, even though Monday is an extension of the holiday weekend because Monday is Christmas. But Christmas, I'll be keeping it simple. I'll be keeping it low key. I'll be in front of a TV, whether it's here or somebody's house who's cooking a nice dinner. But other than that, there's not, my grandkids, they have their parents. So they'll be with them on Christmas Day, not with Pappy. They will not be with Grandpappy. Grandpappy, again, will be watching TV, sipping on a little bourbon or whiskey until it's time to eat a nice dinner. And then it's back to the salt mines on Tuesday morning. So, won't be really going anywhere. If I go somewhere, like I said, I might throw on a sweatsuit. It won't be anything worth episoding about. All right. But with that said, what did y'all think as far as the outfits? Just, which one did you like the best? Which one's more suited for your style? Ain't really much to say. Like I said, I either wore it, am currently wearing it, or I'm about to wear it. All right. This is the last full-length episode for YouTube. It's the last one. December 31st, which is New Year's Eve, is the next scheduled episode. Either December 31st, New Year's Eve, or the first Sunday in January. Either one of those dates, I'll be dropping the first episode on Patreon. All right. I haven't decided if I'm going to take a week off before I drop an episode or not. But either December 31st or the first Sunday in January, the next episode of Seamless Style, whatever number that is, 177, 170, whatever number that is. I don't know what number this is. But whatever number that is, that will be on Patreon. All right. So I will put a link here for you to join Patreon. I will have a link in my bio on Instagram, as well as I will post a link in the stories from time to time, so that none of you can miss out on joining my membership on IG. There's only going to be one tier. It's going to be a $5 tier. All right, $5 a month. That's it. Same thing I've been asking for. Could have kept it on YouTube. So $5 a month. So for $5 a month, you'll get 4 full episodes, anywhere from 2 to 3 rigs per episode. All right. You'll get various styles of music because there's no copyright on Patreon. So I can play whatever I want in the background. All right. I consider myself a gentleman. I've been told I am a gentleman. But as you all know from YouTube, from these episodes, I tend to talk a little spicy sometimes. Well, over there If I can get as spicy as I want to. All right. We can have conversations. All right. And from what I do understand, on Patreon, you are able to go live. So, that might be something that we definitely look to do in the future, just depending on how many members the channel has. All right. But definitely might look at trying to do something like that, going live and just having conversation, free flowing conversation through a live. Maybe do some styling, maybe auction off some pieces that need to go. Who knows? All of this stuff is in the future. But what you can bank on is this is the last full-length episode for YouTube. All right. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, tell a friend, or don't, because I'm headed to Patreon. And most of my loyal listeners, most of my loyal friends, family, acquaintances, listeners, whatever we call each other, y'all will be there. I know, because what's $5 a month? What's $5 a month for some Ralph Lauren styling? At maximum capacity. All right. So, subscribe over there and tell a friend about Patreon, because that's where we headed. All right. Artists paint pictures, haters paint narratives. So if you want to be a hater, be a hater. Paint the narrative. I don't give a fuck. Man, y'all have a good one.